Sanibonani, dumelang bakhaetsu, niyaphila bakwethu, niyaphila. I'm well, guys. Alright, guys, on this video we're going to be doing the preparation for a disciplinary hearing, you know. So I'm going to be taking you through the steps in terms of how do you prepare yourself for a disciplinary hearing, you know, a work-related disciplinary hearing. If you find yourself that you are charged and you are hauled before the disciplinary committee, you know, or a disciplinary hearing, that you must attend a disciplinary hearing, how do you prepare for it? I know it can be a daunting task, you know, more so if you're finding yourself in that situation for the first time in your life, that you're finding yourself now you have to attend a disciplinary hearing, right? So I'm just going to be taking you through the steps to say how do you prepare yourself, what are the things that you need to look at, you know, certain things that you need to look at and prepare for, you know, so you know at least when you get to that disciplinary hearing you're well prepared. All right, let's get to it, guys. Number one, guys, must review the allegations, right? Because okay, here's the thing: if you are charged or you are called to a disciplinary committee, first thing you're supposed to receive the charge sheet, right? All right, on that charge sheet there must be a date, right? A date that says when are you supposed to be attending the disciplinary hearing, and it must also contain the time and the venue where the disciplinary hearing will be held, right? And in that disciplinary, in that charge sheet, it must explain, that letter for disciplinary hearing, it must explain your rights, right? And one of the rights that you have is a right to a representation, either by a co-worker, which is your colleague, or a trade union representative, if you do have a trade union representative in your workplace, right? But that trade union representative is your co-worker, not necessarily someone like an organizer or an official of the trade union. Unless if you are a shop steward, because then it is recommended that if you are a shop steward, then the union must get involved. The union officials must get involved, right? So that's what must be. And another thing is this: in terms of the law, that notice for a disciplinary hearing must give you 48 hours, right? Meaning it cannot be that you receive a notice to attend a disciplinary hearing, then it says tomorrow, it says today, or it gives you anything less than 48 hours, right? So if it is like that, then it's unlawful. But then in other cases it does happen, because the employers they do that. So you still have to attend. You cannot just abscond, right? So the first thing, those are the things you need to look at when you receive that notice for a disciplinary hearing. All right. Yeah. Now then you begin to prepare. Let's say that you've received that notice, that now you want to prepare for the hearing. Number one, we must review the allegations, right? Which means even in that notice, the charge sheet, the what do you call, the charges must be very clear. Must be very clear. Should not leave any doubt in terms of what is it that we are charged with, right? Okay, it's fine. We review the allegations or the charges that you are charged with. Understand the exact nature of the charges, right, against you, because you cannot prepare for something that you yourself don't understand. Because I mean, if you don't understand what is it that you are charged with, then how are you going to prepare for it, right? All right. And gather all the relevant documentation, including any written warnings, complaints, or incident reports, right? Number two, understand company policies and procedures, right? Familiarize yourself with the company's policies and procedures, especially those related to the alleged misconduct, right? Pay attention to any disciplinary procedures outlined in the employee handbook or contract. Here's the point that I've been emphasizing for quite some time now, that you must familiarize yourself with the company's code of conduct. Because in that code of conduct, most of the misconducts or many of the things that you might find yourself being charged with are there in the code of conduct. And they even explain the sanction that if you are found guilty, or if you are found that you violated this conduct, then the likely sanction it is 1, 2, 3, right? So that's why I was emphasizing that, guys, please do familiarize yourself with the company's code of conduct. And it's your right, because the employer needs to make these things available to you. And when they do that, you sign that you did receive this code of conduct. Because it's one thing that is going to be charged with something that you didn't know, right? So any normal procedures that the employer is supposed to provide with this code of conduct, you must be in possession of this code of conduct, familiarize yourself to understand what they mean, right? So once you are charged, obviously the charge sheet will reflect that you are charged of 1, 2, 3 alleged misconduct. Then you must go and consult the code of conduct, right? And see that what is it that you are charged with. What does the code of conduct say about this alleged misconduct that you are alleged to have committed, right? All right. Number 3, collect any evidence that supports your case, such as emails, witness statements, performance reviews, or any documentation that may refute the allegations, right? You see, again, the onus is on you. As much as the onus is on an employer who has charged you, who must prove their case, but you've got a duty now to respond to the allegations or to the charges, right? So you can only do that by doing what? By collecting your own evidence that can refute the charges or the allegations that we are confronted with, right? Number 4, consider seeking legal advice or representation, especially if the allegations are serious or could have legal implications. Like I've already stated, that because it's an internal hearing, it can only be represented by a co-employee, who might happen even to be a trade union representative. In the normal language, you call them shop stewards, right? All right. Number 5, then you begin to prepare your defense, right? Develop a clear, concise defense strategy. Anticipate questions or arguments that may arise during the hearing and prepare your responses accordingly. Focus on presenting facts and evidence to support your case, right? You must play these scenarios in your case, in your head, because now you must anticipate that as per this charge that you are confronted with, what are the likely questions that you are going to be confronted with, right? How are they likely to ask those questions, and how you're going to respond to that? It's on those bases that you are able to formulate your own defense strategy, right? By anticipating and thinking, using your own imaginations in terms of how are they going to pose these questions, what kind of questions are they going to pose, right? All right. Practice, like I said, must practice, must prepare. Because we've always said that failure to prepare, if you fail to prepare, then you are preparing to fail, right? Preparation, nothing can replace preparation, right? That's practice. You must practice. You must play out these scenarios in your head, or if your colleague or anyone at home, have your mock hearing where you're able to practice. Practice articulating your defense and responses to potential questions. Like I've already said, that what you're going to be practicing is how you're going to respond to the potential questions that you think they're going to ask, right? Like I've said, consider mock hearings, as part of preparing and practicing, right? Number 7, maintain professionalism, right? Remain calm, composed, and professional throughout the hearing. Avoid becoming defensive or confrontational, even if you disagree with the allegations or decision made by the disciplinary panel. Here's the thing, because you are likely to get into that hearing and find that environment is a very charged environment, right? And they might even be provoking you, because that's what we call emotional intelligence. They know very well that if they do get to push you to a corner, that you lose your cool. then whatever preparation and thinking you had, it goes out the window, right? Because now you are angry, you're upset, you're confrontational. So to whose hands is that playing to? It is playing to the hands of the employer, right? So whatever provocation, yes, you must be robust, engagement and responses and everything, but remain professional, right? It's very important. Another one, be honest. Be truthful and transparent when presenting your case. Avoid exaggerating or omitting information, as this can damage your credibility and undermine your defense, right? Meaning, here's the thing. If you're going to be represented by your colleague or a shop steward, the person who is representing you, you must be honest with them in terms of these allegations and the charges. You must not withhold certain information from them. That's the honesty you are talking about here, right? Because how are they going to assist you in your defense if they are only going to find for the first time finding certain information when they get into hearing, the information that you withheld from them, right? Another one, listen carefully. Listen carefully to the allegations and any evidence presented against you. Take notes if necessary and ask for clarification if something is unclear, right? Nothing beats that. Then the follow-up. After the hearing, follow up with any relevant parties to clarify next steps or address any outstanding issues. If necessary, seek feedback on your performance during the hearing to identify areas for improvement. You see? All right, guys. I think basically that's what is there. But then if they themselves, it's also the onus on the employer as well, that they must inform you of your rights, that they say, if you are found guilty and you are not happy with the decision, you want to appeal that decision, what mechanisms, what platforms are there for you to do that? Does the company have internal mechanism for that, or must you take the issue to the CCMA or to the bargaining council if your employer is covered under a bargaining council, right? Those are the rights that the employer has to explain to you before you leave that hearing, right? All right. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it, guys. And those of you already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. At the bottom of the video, there's a subscribe option. Please do click on it. So each time I publish a video, then you get notified. Yeah, and if you are using Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all these other social media platforms that you're using, please do share the video there. So we grow the audience and the video can reach many people. So people they are able to get this kind of information and knowledge. All right. Ngiyabonga, mabukhanye, liseli.